Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another review, and today I'm going to be taking a look at another one of Bandai's Kimetsu no Yaiba model kit. I guess figures is the best way to put it. This time we're going to be taking a look at Nezuko. This one is a lot newer than the one we took a look at last time, which of course was Tanjiro, which is this one right here. So basically they're like a model kit alternative to a anime figure. They cost a little bit less. The Tanjiro here a lot a bit less. Pop him over there for now. But this one right here cost around the 4,000 yen mark. I got this from Hobby Link Japan, so I will throw a link down there in the description so you can grab one of your own. And of course, I'm not sure how many of these are available. 3 I think right now. But yeah, let's give it a go. So just cracking the box open, and there is what we get inside. So looking similar to what we got inside of the other one, we've got multiple bags of her hair. So this is quite detailed. These do seem to be painted, if I'm not mistaken, for you. So in the packet it comes that way. Thankfully, it isn't the sticker hell that we would have seen before with Tanjiro. So it's not so much here. It's mainly the sandals and a little bit of kind of pattern detailing. But otherwise, this is looking good so far. We've got some nice patterning in the kimono right here as well. We've got this is some matte plastic and some, that's matte plastic too. So it looks very, very, very premium. And there is her face. So this is not done in the exact same way we would have seen with Tanjiro, which was a face that, I'll just bust him over, was kind of done via a kind of color separation on the runner. Throw in some old footage so you can see. Basically, they molded all the different colors of his face, his scar, his eyes, all on the runner. But what we got here is more akin to one of Bandai's girl model kits, which they printed her face onto instead, which gives it definitely a softer, more anime accurate kind of look. This seems to be a whole different caliber of model kit to what we saw with Tanjiro. So can't wait to get it built. Let's do it. Alright, so taking a quick look at the manual right here, it shows the parts in question. Also the labeling of the individual hair parts, which I assume are actually labeled as well. Yeah, you can actually see this one does say 8 on it right there. That might not be clear on the camera at all, but you will know what part that you are working with. I assume the build works in the exact same way we saw with Tanjiro, which is work from the head down. Actually, it looks like you're building her entire hair first, then the face goes on. She does have a mouth underneath the bamboo gag, so we might be able to actually display her without that. And this looks like it attaches together very, very nicely. Very well color separated, and the stickers don't seem to be the death sentence they were with the Tanjiro. Let's get started. So with the hair, we're starting with A1, which is the largest part of the hair. So that is what that looks like. Looking extremely, extremely nice. Next up, we need A2. Does it say it on it? It does not. I think you just have to be able to tell which is which. After that, we're going to be looking for A4, A3. So anything on this? That's 7. This one is 4, so if you look around on them, you will find their labeling. And 3 also has a bit of plastic going across it, so that is this one. There is 3. After that, we're going to need 5. What's this? 7, 6, 5, 7, and 6 then go on after that. And then finally, we've got this bit. There is a little bit of clipping to do on these little segments here. I recommend the God Hand nippers. Well, the blue one, the red one, whichever for this kind of kit right here will do you absolutely fine. But any hobby nipper will get the job done. No bother. Okay, so now for the assembly, here is part the first. The next bit attaches into that just like that right there. So the layering up is quite simple. Basically, it's a bunch of pegs into holes. These seem like they might be able to move when the model, or should I say the figure, it's both I guess, is finished, so that is interesting. This one definitely will not, because it's got 2 pegs holding it on, so it is in place. Never mind, I take that back. This one's going to block the other one from moving when it is attached in, so it is designed to just stay static when it is attached, but that is gorgeous. And from here on out, we're going to be needing some face pieces of plastic. So first up, we've got runner F, which is the flesh. This is in a nice matte color. We need F2 and F1 off of this. So F 2. This one has the ears on it, which is always hilarious to me. Yeah, there they are. Tiny little plastic ears. So those are the F parts, and that's all we'll need. Next up, we need some H. Once again, this is almost in a matte finish, which I think suits these kind of kits better. You know, if you ever get yourself an anime kit or something like that, the paint work, all of the stuff like that is in matte. So shiny plastic doesn't really look as nice on character figures or models. G here is the bamboo gag. This looks like it might be missing a little bit of color accuracy. I guess we will see. That is what it looks like. It's just a little piece of green. And then from runner C here, once again, a nice matte plastic. This looks like it's getting a little bit blown out by the light, but this is quite nice. Don't worry, we'll get some nice glamour shots at the end so you can see what she looks like properly when finished and all the different finishes on the plastic. So this right here is just the little bow in her hair, and that is all we will need for the head. Oh wait, of course, the piece de resistance right here, which is the face. So now that is all that we need. Okay, so before anything else, we will be building up the gag. This is just 2 pieces, so that attaches together super simply, just like that. Does look like this is a critical part of the build, so it doesn't look like we'll have a no gag version. That's what it looks like attached. That is then held in position with what seems to be a little bit of neck. That is then what recesses into the hair, just like so. And then we just need to build up some more of that hair on like so. And then the front of the hair attaches onto the face like that. And so far this is looking much better than what we saw with the Tanjiro, which, you know, is a bit of a shock considering that Tanjiro was a very nice kit. So it seems like you can move that away from the mouth and it slots up into position just like that. Lastly then is a bow, and that attaches up onto the side of her head just like so, and this is looking phenomenal. Onto the body. Okay, so moving on to the body, and these are all the parts that make up, well, Nezuko's body. So we've got the rear segment right here, a segment which attaches in here like that, and then the front part right here, which connects on simple as. So looking very good so far. So now we're getting some of the pink parts, and as you can see, the build up on this is extremely simple, but it works really nicely. Nice clicking parts, and everything layers up just perfectly. Very finely designed. This little segment attaching down here, everything just matching up perfectly. There is some really nice detailing in the kimono right here. The kind of which that would be a little bit of a shame to lose. So I'm just wondering if I should panel line in there with some inks to kind of just bring out some of the detail. Maybe in a just kind of darker shade of pink or something similar, just to make sure none of that is lost. Mixing it up now with some different color plastics. We've got a green segment that goes up top like this, a beautiful shade of green at that, and we've got a red segment which attaches in a little bit lower just like so. Looking good so far. So next up we've got the legs. So we've got a whole bunch of parts to cut out for both. That is the left leg and the right leg. Now I left out the little semicircular disc parts right here because I don't want to mix them up. Actually, it's impossible to mix them up. I'm just gonna cut them all out right now. So that's for 1 pile and that's for 2 pile. So first up, we've got the flesh bits. Once again, the nice matte plastic. Tanjiro didn't get that. He's a shiny boy. They just attach together just like so. Next up then is those leg warmery bits. So they just pop on like that and like that. The foot attaches together in little pieces like this and this. And it is worth noting at this point, we do actually have some more stickers. The stickers right here are for color correcting the feet and for adding the straps to the sandals. So attaching those stickers on is simple enough, but the end result, as you can see right here, is not the greatest. You're getting the color, but you're losing the detail, and I'm not going to do that with these sandals. They're not that far off, in my opinion, to make it worthwhile. But again, painting is the way to go. So onto leg the second, and this is exactly the same layout as what we would have had. So it's just 2 halves of a leg attached like so. this pops into the leg warmer segment, and this is exactly the same. Connects together like that. The layout of the foot is a little bit different. This one has a bent toe, so it has a different peg for attaching it onto the leg, and it attaches on directly, just like that. Again, we do have to bust out some stickers. I'm just going to be using the pink ones this time. Once again, I'm not going to be using the orange ones of the sandals. So that is both of those attached on. And once again, it looks a little something like that. So next up then, we've got the attachment of the leg detail. Thankfully, this is exactly the same on both. The orientation is exactly the same too, so you can't really make up any mistakes. So you got a big one, a medium one, and then a small one on both legs, just like so. Then around back, we'll be attaching on those tiny little bows. And thankfully, all 6 of these are 100% identical. So that does mean you don't have to like painstakingly pay attention to which one is which. And you can just slap them all on just like so. So then you just pop on all of the bows, all of the little white sections on both legs. And then this is what you get in the end. These are ball joints up top, so it'll be interesting to see how they attach onto the main body right here. So they just pop up on inside here like that. There's number 1. And then like that. So there is number 2. So this is definitely coming together. So finally, we've cleared out everything off of the runners. So all that's left to put together is the arms. And man, these are some tiny little arms. So again, here the assembly is super simple. Just a ball joint right there. So it does seem like this arm might be able to move around ever so slightly. Once the model is complete, 2 parts of the sleeve just attach together, just like so. Probably the tiniest thing in this entire kit is this little thumb you need to attach onto the left arm, just like so. And then once again, it attaches together the exact same way. So you just pop the arm in, attach the 2 halves of the sleeve, just like that. And now we are ready for that final assembly. So just grab the body and the head, and apparently there is a correct order to this, so I'm going to do just that. So first up, you attach the arms on, so number 1 and number 2. So the second step then is the head just attaches on like so, simple as. Finally then, we do have this little bit of what I can only describe as a snow piece that attaches onto her foot in order to keep her balanced. Does this clip on? It actually just seems to kind of hold itself on just like so. And there is her stand-in. Let's check her out. So finally, there is Bandai's Nezuko in all of her glory. So this right here is pretty much around the exact same size as what we saw with Tanjiro. So this is about 14 or 15 centimeters tall, so it's not so big. Compared to the Tanjiro that we would have seen before, this isn't exactly the same kit at all. It's designed in a completely different sort of way. The biggest difference is, of course, being that the hair is almost like action figure hair. It feels almost a little bit flexible, and it has been painted inside of the box. The other major difference is the plastic on this is mainly in a matte color, so it does diffuse the light very nicely, which does go with the soft overall look of Nezuko right here. The final thing that is quite a bit different is the face. Now, what we saw with Tanjiro was these real impressive eyes that were completely molded from loads of different parts, which catch the light perfectly. But they might look a little bit too intense for Nezuko right here, so they went with the typical kind of printed anime figure face, which I do think does work extremely well on here, especially with the soft colors and in general soft look of the character. So they've definitely nailed it. The gag looks great. The stickers on this are way better than what we would have seen with Tanjiro. You'd basically never even notice them. They're recessed deep into the kimono there and on the feet. I didn't use the ones for the sandals because I didn't really feel like they needed to be all that more orange, but on the whole, an absolutely impressive kit. Once again, recommend it, and the link will be down there in the description. Just a little bit more expensive than the Tanjiro that I looked at. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to come back for more model kit reviews, and I'll see you next time. Once again, this video right here, and none of these videos would be possible without each and every single one of you guys who watches my videos, and special thanks to those of you who are supporting me over on Patreon and here on the channel memberships, including 10 Soldier YT, Caleb Engelhart, Dashil Marmion, Go Little Rockstar, Joe, Lauren Seahack, RG59061, and Van Fawn.